Hey, what's up, EBA leaders and pastors? Just want to take a moment to highlight some of the things that came out of the Southern Baptist National Convention, and maybe some of the things you're thinking about as you think about what it means and consider what it means to be a part of a Southern Baptist church and cooperating with local associations and your state convention. One big thing, our executive director, Tom Stoll, did an amazing job highlighting disability ministry and the potential of reaching this unique people group and the positive attributes of that. It paints the church in a light that shows our heart, just like Christ's heart, to reach people that sometimes the culture overlooks and doesn't think about. And to reach them not just by meeting physical needs and making sure that our churches are more accessible to those with disabilities, but also that it's an opportunity to share the gospel and to see people come to know Christ and for their lives and their families and our communities to be radically changed. So if you missed that, I connected that article, and there's more coming with that. We're really blessed. In connection and partnership with Tom Stoll and our executive leadership, as well as our EBA leadership and Southeastern Theological leadership, we're going to be able to present by the fall a certificate in disabilities, and many of your leaders are helping to build that certificate. So there's a lot of momentum in this area, and I want to talk more about that as months and weeks come so that you can actually get to be more a part of how your church can reach people in this area. I think it's going to be a very positive way for us to impact the communities that we serve here on the Delmarva Peninsula. And then second, many of you were following the Mueller Amendment, the Truth and Unity Amendment, and how the implications of changing language around the office of pastor being male may impact the church, especially the language around there that says function, not just the office of or in the position of, but in the function of an elder. And so coming out of that and seeing that was approved by 3/4 of the messengers that were there in Orlando, we want to have a discussion. I think it's only fair for our leaders and our churches to come together, have a discussion. Of course, we still need one more year for that to pass, but we should at least have a discussion and see what you all think. Add your voice to this. What are your thoughts, especially in the areas of, we have women in leadership that are children's directors, that have roles of leadership within the church that aren't necessarily the lead pastor role. I want you to come and add your discussion then to help us facilitate that discussion well, coming right out of Orlando. Tom Stoll's agreed to meet with us on July the 14th. And so put that on your calendar. There's a link in this week's email and communication where you can register, bring a deacon, bring a leader, bring a worship leader, bring people that can add their voice to this so that we can see and hear from our local churches what y'all are thinking. So that's our next luncheon. That's the next thing coming at us. And don't forget, there is an opportunity if you're wanting to learn more about change, the change process and change management, which, by the way, is the number one thing you have to learn how to navigate if you're going to revitalize a church. It comes right out of Alpharetta, Georgia, comes right out of Mark Clifton's literature, comes right out of the stuff that I've studied. If you want to learn how to lead change and lead it in the church, then there's an opportunity to do that. We have a seminar coming up at Oak Ridge that you can participate in partnership with one of our churches. And you can learn about how to lead a change process. I'll be there. Would love to see you there and sign up, but also would love to see you on July 14th to add your voice to this amendment that is potentially going to become a new part of our Baptist faith and message. Have a blessed week, and I'll see you soon.